Listen up, you beautiful bastards. I'm Insipid, and this is Trove. What are we up to today? It's going to be one of our episodes where it's just me having an opportunity to talk with you guys for a bit. I've been enjoying these a whole bunch, and I hope I get to keep doing them. As ever, if you have any thoughts or opinions, I'd love to hear it in the comments section. But the big question comes in as, what is today's topic? Today's topic is kind of an extension of one of our previous ones, weight loss. But today it's specifically about hunger control, appetite control. And I wanted to jump in on this one really quick and fast because there was a whole lot that was left up in the air on the last one. And when it comes to eating less, I know the challenge. I've been there, I've done that, it sucked. I messed that up, okay. And so I really do want to sympathize with you guys, really intensely right now. I know for a fact that it is not easy, alright? I am with you on that. I understand. I don't want there to be any confusion on that. And I'm never going to claim that this process would be easy for anyone. But that said, there are like the things I can give you in terms of information that might help you on your path to success. And so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of toss some things out to you really fast that will potentially help you on your path to success. Also, and here's just a quick idea for you, you don't have to succeed the first time you try and do this. Most people don't. A, hi Mr. Cloud. B, it's not about succeeding. I mean, we talked about that when we were talking about the channel history, right? We need to be prepared to learn from our failures. And a big part of this is learning about ourselves, learning about what our own limitations are, and being able to grow past those. And so just being ready to understand them, accept them, and grow from them is particularly important. So I hope you all can keep that in mind as you're going through your own journey. One of the things that helps me specifically is just kind of allowing myself to trickle food into my day. I made a veggie wrap. It had about 400 calories in it, all things considered, but I think it's absolutely delicious, which is convenient. I ate half for the start of my breakfast, and I'm going to eat the other half a couple hours from now when I'm done editing. And why would I do all of this? Because it's not about having what I used to view as a whole meal. I would have gladly have stuffed that entire thing inside my everything just to, like, yep, took care of that meal. I don't need to do that again for another 6 hours or whatever. By having smaller meals but having more of them, I get to kind of like trickle some blood sugar into my day. And if I go 5 hours and then I have to spend another hour being grumpy, and full of you're low energy and full of sadness, maybe you should do something about that. And like, I will in like an hour. You need to relax, body. I'm trying to take care of you. I really, really am, but I need you to be a bit more patient with me. And my body's like, I don't care. And then that starts affecting everything else in my life, now doesn't it? It starts affecting my levels of stress, it starts affecting my ability to interact with people in a very balanced way. I become compromised by my body trying to tell me that it needs food. Is that my body's fault? No, certainly not. I'm not going to like get upset. Okay, I'm going to feign offense, because that's what I do. It's kind of my moral obligation to feign offense. It's kind of, I breathe offensiveness. It's important. But more seriously, I need to understand that my body is just an organism. I'm just another animal trying to take care of not dying. And that is a huge impetus in all creatures, trying to stay alive. And so there are ways that we react to those chemicals that are trying to propel us towards survival. And just so happens that increased aggressiveness might be associated with low blood sugar. So it's a really good idea, in my opinion, to go ahead and give yourself a few calories as you're going through the day. Even if it's just like snap peas or apple slices. That's great for me at work. Apple slices? I'm running around, I'm cleaning stuff, I'm getting stuff done. Stop. tea, apple slice. Just ripped my blood sugar, got a bit of caffeine in me. Caffeine's a great appetite suppressant. Awesome, here we go. And I'm back at it. That said, the next time I was going to bring up is caffeine. Now, I know I'm not like a big, you should be taking drugs, but, you know, caffeine has kind of been accepted in a lot of society. And ask the Finns, they would know. But in terms of just adding an appetite suppressant to your life, I'm not going to recommend nicotine because that's absolutely horrific, and please don't start smoking to try and lose weight. That's just adding a new addiction to your life that you really don't need. But caffeine. Caffeine is what can be very, very effective in terms of that. Now, you can get it from two sources that are very, very low calorie, coffee and tea. I love coffee. I drink a whole bunch of coffee, and it's always a good time. You can use a non-sugar sweetener that has 0 calories in it to kind of give that a little bit of sweetness if you need that. I'm not judging. And it can be very, very helpful for that. But one of the problems I have is that if I start doing a lot of working while I have coffee in my system, I start getting heartburn. You know what else I start getting heartburn from? The fact that I would eat food to try and push down the feeling of heartburn. So heartburn would make me want to eat something to solve the pain problem. And if you're if you're drinking milk or you're trying to eat something creamy to kind of make that not be the thing, that's just adding calories for taking care of a non-hunger problem. So, jumping to the next item, there's nothing wrong with taking some Tums. If you have a Tums, it's not a hunger suppressant, it's an acid suppressant. If you have digestive problems, please take care of them. You're not gonna be told you can't take care of that. No, please take the time to take care of those things that are causing painfulness in your. Ooh. What? Cool. Anyway, that are causing you to want to eat. And for me, one of my things was heartburn. On that note, just jumping on to the next item, stress eating. I talked about how emotionally we can be drawn towards eating. There are many things out there that are considered cortisol managers. Go ahead and look them up. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you can reduce your stress levels, that can be a very strong way to take care of your emotional compulsions for eating. That said, and kind of very much tied into that, sleep is so important, both as a stress reliever, a kind of stress mitigator. It increases your ability to kind of handle emotions day to day, and lack of sleep is heavily associated with unconcurrent hunger, where you're just hungry for no reason. Your body's trying to compensate for a lack of sleep with more calories to take care of your energy deficit. So, just get good sleep. Now, why did I say that's connected? Because stress can make it difficult to sleep. Taking care of stress as an idea is a huge boon to a journey for weight loss. Taking care of stress means your body wants you to eat less, you lose weight. Winners all around. Now, on that note, and moving right on into the next aspect of that, exercise. Now, I haven't really talked a lot about exercise as a weight loss aspect, and that's in part because I treat it as 80% diet. This is just the calories coming in. Okay, fine, but that alone, as long as you're getting your multivitamins and getting your nutrients, this is not important. Your body, I have juicy goodness inside me made out of meat. My body will use that to keep me alive and to create energy. That's fine. I'm keeping a trickle of food coming in because not eating at all can have serious health complications. And, otherwise, I really like the taste of food. And I'm not going to completely shunt it from my life for, this weird, crazy goal of mine. No. And as with all things, moderation, please. And on that note, that's why I'm going to go ahead and say light exercise. Get some light exercise into your life. Even if you're only walking a mile. 1 mile of walking is 100 calories. Everything you don't eat is negative exercise. Think about that for a second. If you're dead on. You're at 1,600 calories as a female, common range. 2,000 calories to 2,200 calories as a male, common range. And then you decide, today I'm not going to eat that cheeseburger because that is made out of 3 miles of walking. Cool. Great. You just undid 3 miles of walking. But jumping straight back in, also do a mile of walking. Just get yourself out there. Get a bit of that left, right, left. You might be surprised. The mood-altering aspects of exercise, both in terms of the generation of endorphins and just otherwise getting your body's heart rate up a little bit, it is really, really powerful for stress relief. So, even if it's just 30 minutes or a mile of walking, I highly recommend you get a little bit of light exercise in your life. Jumping straight back into it's not about burning calories, it's about reducing stress. Get that stress out of your life. Now, there are other things I can talk about in terms of de-stressing your life, but they're a bit more radical. And I'm going to feel the waters out on this a little bit more before I start telling you some of my other ideas on that. But go ahead and take it easy in terms of that. Just literally take it easy. Jumping on to the next item. Something that has helped me, I mentioned in the last video, a calories log. Now, this is another one that's very, very helpful, not as a stress thing, but as a conscientious thing. Keeping yourself mindful of what you're eating and how much of it you're eating. I didn't know that ketchup and barbecue sauce were so low in calories. And then I compared that to, say, I don't know, mayonnaise, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been killing myself. Good, great, you just kind of get to understand the balances of it all. Salsa is amazingly low in calories, and is incredibly healthy for you because it's made out of vegetables and fruits and yum, yum, yum. Have more salsa in your life. Try that out. Or, try replacing your sauces. If you're eating mayo, try using salsa instead. I know it doesn't have that creamy, your body's like, oh yeah, oh, super dense calories. Oh, is that fat and salt? Oh, it's so good. Your body responds to that for a reason. But if what you're looking for is to get a bit of juice into your wrap to make it more edible instead of just a dry brick of food, try it out. Try out some different low-calorie sauces. You're going to find some duds. Oh, man, I have found plenty of super double crap fat-free sauces in the past. And that's just the trial and error of finding new things that work better. Allow yourself a couple failures in life. Please. It's worthwhile. And as I mentioned in the last video, as you start reducing the number of calories you're eating, the flavor of food will change. Things that you find like, bleh, it was okay, suddenly become amazing. So don't deny yourself that. Good, yes, I believe I've hit all of the major items except for one. There are certain advantages to high-fiber foods. I want to make sure I mention this before I wrap this on up. Celery, other leafy greens, many fruits have an excellent fiber count. And fiber is something your body doesn't digest as well as other foods. Well, it doesn't digest as well. It doesn't digest it at all in some cases. But that does two things for you. One, it helps you clear out your digestive system a bit. Yay. It also leaves you feeling more full longer. I would say the same of protein, making sure you have some nice lean proteins, but most proteins are also kind of calorie dense, so you got to keep that in mind. Fibrous foods tend to be less calorie dense, except for beans, which are also really high in calories, but again, that's something you need to do a little bit of research on. Take some time and look into good proteins and fibrous foods. If you put all of this together into one big basket of I'm trying to make myself successful in my diet, in my stress levels, and in my life in general, you can kind of bundle it up as a general program of purpose, seeking out better health. And so as I develop additional ideas, thoughts, and commentaries on how we can do this together, I hope that I get to have the opportunity to share it with you guys. I hope that this has been helpful for you. And as ever, I want to end this video with the fact that I understand where you guys are coming from. I want to support you on this. I want to boost you up. I want to give you thoughts and comments that lead you towards your own success. I don't want this to ever be a, ha ha, look what I can do. I want this to be an opportunity to see what you can do. Alright? So, if any of you out there have any suggestions for how you can help reduce appetite, please toss them down in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. With that, though, it's been real. It's been fun. I'm going to catch you guys on the flip side. Take care, everybody.